Hello, welcome to SC Custom Designs. We're continuing this series on making bandsaw boxes. We're making 3 and 1 leftover, so 4 bandsaw boxes. What we have here is what I'm calling the skyline bandsaw box, because it looks like buildings. So let's see what we've been doing. So let's take the clamps off. Essentially what I've been doing is going to the next level and gluing the back of the bandsaw box on to the back, and that's going to stop the drawers from sliding out of the unit. There we go. This unit is coming into shape. So let's turn it around so you can see it there. And the back is now glued on. And my drawers are over here now. Let's move them over where you can see them. I have them all cut out. In previous videos you would have seen these. And they were solid blocks basically. So I want to show you, I like to share some tips with you with each video, and we're going to show you the next tip. And you may have heard me mention this in the past. When you're using the bandsaw, you want to make stress relief cuts so that when you're cutting out whatever it is, in this case the drawers, you're not going to break or compromise the drawers. So let's look at this one here. Whoop. Nothing in there. So he's basically already cut out. I'm going to be sanding the inside. Probably use the drum sander, and we'll sand out the inside there and these pieces here. A tip for you is you do not want to sand the edges of the drawers, of the fronts and the backs, because if you do, then they're not going to fit in perfectly the way they were cut out. Hopefully that makes sense. So you just want to go ahead and draw a line on the outside like this, and just sand this part here. So, but let's get on with that tip though. So when you go over to the bandsaw and you want to cut out the main part in the middle where things are going to go, you make these stress relief cuts. And so let's turn it this way. You can see that I've done that. So on the bandsaw I went in and I basically cut out stress relief cuts, and that allowed me to then come in here, cut along that like this, and there you go. So usually I don't do that, but I just wanted to make a point of that tip. You know, this is joined up wood and it can't crack easily, so you just do this. So those are your stress releases. So that's that tip there. And the next thing we'll do is glue these up. We glued up the crack box, and we showed you how that works, so we're not going to bore you with that with this one. And this goes in somewhere about there. So we'll glue those up, and that'll be that. Okay, let's move on to the next bandsaw box we're working on. Put that over here. And that's this one here. We'll bring it up for you. Some of the clamps fell off. So what I did is I glued together the outside of the unit. Okay, let's take these off. This one here is kind of stuck in here. There we go, it's gone now. So there we go. This is a very unique unit. You can see that it's well beyond the basic bandsaw box. And we have all kinds of curves in here. Really, really beautiful, isn't it? So that really, this is basically joined up 2x of product. And what I did is I basically just dumped some glue into the sides. I alternate when I come through and I cut out the stock, the drawers, I alternate. And I found personally that that's the best method to do that. So when I'm done sanding here, you won't even know that I cut in here. That really comes out nice. So that was that. And our back is over here. So here's the back. And I'll be gluing that on shortly. And that'll allow for our drawers to go in and not fall out. Okay? So please follow the series and look up the first videos that we did when this was basically joined up wood and really just roughed out. So now what we have to do is cut the fronts off of this unit. Let's turn it this way so you can see how tricky that's going to be. The back is easy, you're just going to draw a line and cut that off. But here I have to trace around. Let's see if I have a pencil somewhere. I know I do. I have one on. Pencils all over the place. But essentially, what you're going to do is take a pencil and then just draw a line following the curve like this. Okay? And then you're going to take it over to the bandsaw and you're going to cut that out. So this is the next level of bandsaw box shapes. And here are the other drawers. Let's see here, I really don't know right away where they're going to go in. Let's see here. He's pretty big. He's going to go up here. And when you join up the sides, naturally there's a little bit of less room. So you're just going to sand on the interior, and you're going to sand around the drawers as well. It looks like this guy. Let me go right here. It looks like this one here goes here. So there's the drawers. Doesn't that look wonderful? Okay, so we're showing you various stages of the works of the bandsaw boxes, how they're going together. So we have this one here, which is very interesting because it's basically just a couple of nothing like doing live video. Pieces of boards, 1, 2, 3, joined up this way from 4x4s. This is a 4x4 going this way, and a 4x4 going up that way. And it makes for a very interesting look. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out. This guy here, excuse me, and then of course the crack box. We showed you a little bit more progress on the crack box. So these are the final product, which are the drawers all cut out, very, very unique. And next, so what we'll do, I actually didn't post the video where I glued this on, glued the template on. I'm going to post that video shortly. But in order to get this paper off, you just take a heat gun and you apply it, and it peels right off very easily. Another option is just sand it off, but why get all that paper in your sandpaper? Mind you, there's always a way to get the grit and all that type of thing out of your sandpaper. you can use these blocks here. And this is great for turning on your sanders, whatever they are, if they're oscillators, you know, that go up and down, and spindles, or whatever they are, or flat. You just lay this product against the sandpaper, and it takes out the pine, the pitch, and in this case maybe the paper. So this is a really, really good, maybe I'll think about putting a link in for these types of things. I'm not sponsored by the whatever company that I find, but there you go. So this is another great tip for your sanding. We'll be doing a lot of sanding. If you're new to woodworking, just know that you're going to spend a lot of time. I feel like you spend more than half your time into actually just sanding, as opposed to the other half cutting the unit out, making it, designing it, whatever. So there you go. Thanks for watching this Custom Designs, and let's pull this other honorable mention back in. I didn't have time to finish this, and there's some other bandsaw boxes lying around the wood shop that I didn't have time to finish. This is one solid piece, by the way, that I cut out and made that bandsaw box. Thanks for watching. We'll do our usual goodbye. Shalom uvracha. לכל החברים שלי בארץ ישראל ובעולם. That's Hebrew. Goodbye. Shalom. Mastalami. And Totsens, Afrikaans. Zaijian. That is Taiwanese. And au revoir, arrivederci, goodbye, take care. Stay safe in the shop. If you like what you see with my little mini series here, please give us a thumbs up, leave us comments, questions, concerns, whatever. We'd like to get back to you. And by all means, please subscribe. We are at 900 in, I think, 91 videos. So if there's something you're thinking about, if you got a new tool, I may have done a video on that. I love doing videos of unboxing things. And so there you go. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe in the shop.